If you are new to this YouTube channel, you don't know about this truck, but this is a 1989 Dodge Dakota that my grandfather bought brand new. And a few years ago, I don't remember exactly when, I did a radiator flush on this truck, and I thought it went pretty well, and everything seems to be fine with the radiator, but now it's got a new problem. The windshield wipers on it don't work. So today we're going to address that problem. So the problem that we have with the windshield wipers on this truck is that while they work, the one here on the passenger side slips because the threads on this, I don't know what you call it, but like amateur or something for the wiper arm to connect to, the threads on it are stripped, and so because of that, the wiper arm just slides around, and I don't have any footage of that, but it just slides around, gets stuck, the driver's wiper goes over top of it like this, and then it blows the fuse inside the motor. Not the fuse in the fuse box, the fuse inside the motor, which means whenever that fuse blows, you have to replace the windshield wiper motor. And we've replaced so many windshield wiper motors on this thing that it became a problem. Today I went to the junkyard and I bought the assembly because I could not find the assembly brand new, but I happened to find another truck of this era that had that assembly, so I pulled the assembly out and we're going to put it in this truck today. So let's get started. By the way, ignore the green neon next to this thing. This is not going to be featured in any videos. It's just someone's car. First thing we should probably do is get the wiper arm off. Hopefully that goes fairly easy. Let me lower the hood. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of helping. I just gotta be careful though not to bend the truck's panel right here, the cowl panel. Oh, it's going somewhere. Oh, it had a pin in it. That's interesting. There we go. All right, now that that's off, let's open the hood back up and get a bunch of screws out of here. Now there's just some Phillips head screws that go here. I guess you could stick a flathead in it, but I don't know for sure. But this one down here does not have a screw. It's actually a bolt, and I think that's been replaced at some point because I don't know why else the rest would be screws, and this one would be a bolt. So it had to have been replaced for some reason. It wasn't until I was trying to take this cowl off, or this cowl cover off, until I realized that there are two short screws down by the hood hinges, so take your short stubby screwdriver and get those out. Oh, dang it, there's a tiny screw there too. That looks like it was added. Oh, maybe not. Once you get this free, there will be windshield washer fluid hoses on here, so be sure to disconnect those. All you have to do is just gently, and I mean gently, pull the hose off this little T right here. This is where the hose connects. This is the hose just for the washer fluid sprayers. moving on. Well, the inside of this cowl is completely disgusting. It's completely covered in leaves and stuff, so I'm gonna vacuum it. Now we are going to actually remove the assembly. You're going to need a 3/8 ratchet or 3/8 socket to remove these bolts right here. There's 6 of them. Once you get these bolts removed, then you gotta go inside and disconnect the linkage from the motor. I don't remember what size socket it has, but once we get to it, I'll tell you what size socket to use. So what you just saw me do is I disconnected the tie plate with the bolt. I'm calling it a tie plate. I don't know actually what it's called. But I disconnected the tie plate and then realized that I didn't have to do that. I could just pull the works, the whole arm works off the tie plate because it was just a little ball socket. So I'll just do that and I'm gonna put this bolt back on. Out with the old, and a piece of it fell off. Ugh. And in with the new to me but really old and used new assembly. And by new assembly I mean old assembly. That's new to me. You get the idea. Oh man, this was a pain. Got it. All right, last one for that one. Now it's time to see if the wipers work before I reassemble everything. By the way, the only reason why I have a zip tie on that stud is to see, to allow you to see on the camera to see if the wipers work. And I want you guys to be able to see that. So far, so good. Make sure you put the windshield washer fluid hose back on. Don't forget that. There we go. Now it's lined up. Now put this oddball bolt back in. Like I said, the rest of them are screws, but this one's a bolt. And it's going back in because I don't have a screw to replace it with. I also need an extension. I can't remember which way this went. I think this gotta be, no, let's see. Oh yeah, this is it. Ow, my head. I hit it on the prop rod. Yeah, well, I'm not worried about it. Alright, that's that. What's nice about this truck is both the passenger and driver's windshield wiper is exactly the same size, so it doesn't matter if I get them mixed up at all. This one, I believe, was on the driver. I want to try to keep them the same, because the driver's one is slightly better than the passenger one. It's a little dry rotted. This one's better. Right, that's one. I might have to fight it a little because this one didn't come off as well as I'd liked. Oh well. They're old and rusty. And I'm too cheap to buy new ones. Alright. Moment of truth. See if it works. It works! I gotta readjust the wipers though because they're smacking, but other than that, they work. So, success! Hopefully that's a good spot. That'll do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm very happy right now because now this thing has windshield wipers and I can drive it in the rain. I'll see you next time.